It was written by a young man from Texas named Willis Allen Ramsey, and it's called...
The 1970s gave us soul music that still moves us today. Smooth melodies, powerful vocals, songs that made you feel alive. But behind some of the decade's most beautiful R&B classics lurked shadows that most people never knew about. These are 12 songs that carried secrets darker than anyone imagined. Stories of tragedy, obsession, violence, and heartbreak that shaped the music we still love today.
We performed this song at the White House.
Number 12, Love to Love You Baby, Donna Summer, 1975. When Donna Summer's voice floated through disco speakers in 1975, nobody had heard anything quite like it. 17 minutes of moaning, breathing, and what Time magazine counted as 22 simulated orgasms. The song shocked America. Radio stations banned it. Critics called it obscene. The BBC refused to play it. But here's the dark truth behind those famous moans. Donna Summer was a devout Christian. Raised on gospel music by deeply religious parents. She never wanted to record this song at all. Producer Giorgio Moroder had to convince her. It would just be a demo for someone else to record. To get through the session, Summer lay on the studio floor in complete darkness. She told herself she was Marilyn Monroe, playing a role, pretending to be someone she wasn't. 4 men stood behind curtains while she performed. Unable to watch what felt like a violation of everything she believed in. The song made her a superstar, but it haunted her for years. When she became born again in the 1980s, she stopped performing it entirely. The woman known as the Queen of Disco spent decades trying to escape the song that made her famous, a song she never wanted to sing in the first place. Number 11, I Wish It Would Rain, The Temptations.
It might sound strange, but I wish it would rain.
1967, December 21st, 1967. The Temptations released one of their most heartbreaking ballads.
Rain, rain, rain.
David Ruffin's voice soared over lyrics about a man hiding his tears, wishing rain would come so no one could see him crying.
A teardrop, and no one will ever know that I'm crying.
The songwriter was a young man named Roger Penzabane, just 22 years old, quiet, humble, and devastatingly talented. Earlier that year,
People, this hurt I feel inside, words could never.
he'd written the joyful You're My Everything as a love letter to his wife. Then he discovered she was cheating on him. His heart shattered into pieces. He couldn't eat,
Let it rain. Oh, yeah, yeah.
couldn't sleep, couldn't function. He poured all of that agony into I Wish It Would Rain. Every line dripped with the pain of a man who'd lost everything that mattered.
And gone away. With her went my future.
During the recording sessions, band members recalled Penzabane breaking down, weeping as the Temptations brought his words to life.
This is the pain, oh yeah.
The song was released on December 21st, 1967. 10 days later, on New Year's Eve, Roger Penzabane took his own life.
Day in, day out, my
He was 22 years old. His childhood friend, Temptations guitarist Cornelius Grant, was performing in New Jersey when a telegram slid under his hotel door.
But everyone knows that a man ain't supposed to cry.
Roger Penzabane is dead. Grant thought it was a prank. It wasn't. The song would climb to number 1 on the R&B charts, but Roger would never know that the world heard his pain and understood.
Listen, I'm a man and I got no pride. Till it rains.
Number 10, What's Going On? Marvin Gaye, 1971.
To bring some loving here today.
Spring of 1970 was the darkest time in Marvin Gaye's life. His beloved duet partner, Tammy Terrell, had just died at 24 after a 3-year battle with a brain tumor. She'd collapsed in his arms on stage.
With brutality, talk to me.
He'd watched her suffer through 8 failed brain surgeries. His marriage to Berry Gordy's sister was crumbling. His brother Frankie had returned from Vietnam with horror stories that left both of them crying. And Marvin sat in his home, getting high, wondering how he could keep singing love songs while the world exploded around him. When Four Tops member Obie Benson brought him an unfinished song, something clicked. Benson had written it after witnessing police brutality against protesters in San Francisco. Marvin heard his brother's voice in those lyrics.
I wanna know what's going on.
Heard Tammy's pain. Heard the rage and confusion consuming him. He rewrote it from the gut, adding what Benson later called more ghetto, more natural touches that made it feel like a story, not just a song. When he called Berry Gordy to tell him about his protest record,
Mother, mother, there's two.
Number 9, theme from Shaft, Isaac Hayes, 1971. Isaac Hayes wanted to be John Shaft. When director Gordon Parks approached him about scoring the groundbreaking film, Hayes made a deal. Let me audition for the lead role, and I'll give you the music. But Richard Roundtree got the part instead. Hayes swallowed his disappointment and threw himself into the soundtrack. At just 27 years old, he created what would become the first double vinyl album from a black artist. 70 minutes of music.
Chicks. It's damn right.
15 tracks. Revolutionary sound. The title track almost didn't have lyrics. MGM told Hayes the kids wouldn't buy an instrumental.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands.
They needed words. Hayes wrote the now iconic lyrics in 20 minutes. Who's the black private detective that's a sex machine to all the chicks? Shaft. But here's the darkness nobody talks about. After Hayes won the Oscar for Best Original Song,
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother?
making history as the first black composer to win, the Academy tried to disqualify him. They claimed that because Hayes couldn't read or write traditional music notation, he couldn't be credited as the composer. It took Quincy Jones fighting on his behalf to save his Oscar. Jones argued that the ideas were Hayes' own, even if he expressed them through playing rather than writing sheet music. The Academy backed down, but the message was clear. Even at the pinnacle of success, a black artist had to fight just to be recognized for his own genius. Number 8. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. The Temptations, 1972. When Norman Whitfield brought the 12-minute track to the Temptations, they refused. "No way we're doing that," they said. The group was tired of Whitfield's psychedelic experiments, tired of feeling like backup singers on their own records. They wanted to return to romantic ballads like
Mama, I'm depending on you. Tell me the truth.
My Girl. After 20 minutes of arguing, group leader Otis Williams finally agreed to try it. But lead singer Dennis Edwards had a bigger problem. The song's opening line hit him like a punch to the gut. It was the 3rd of September, that day I'll always remember, because that was the day
Talk going around town saying that Papa had 3 outside children and another.
that my daddy died. Edwards' father had died on October 3rd, close enough to make him wonder if Whitfield had put that date in deliberately, as some twisted joke. Edwards was furious. His father wasn't a Rolling Stone at all. He was a minister who gave his son a good upbringing. Whitfield had to convince him it was pure coincidence. Then he demanded Edwards deliver the lyrics in a flat, almost bland tone. Every time Edwards tried to add emotion,
I never got a chance to.
Whitfield made him redo it. "He would make me mad," Edwards recalled. But Whitfield knew what he was doing. The song became their last #1 hit. A dark, atmospheric masterpiece about an absent father who left nothing but pain behind. It told the story of children learning horrible truths about the man who abandoned them. Within months, the Temptations would stop working with Whitfield entirely. The darkness in that song had become too much to bear.
That was the day that my daddy died.
Number 7. Superfly. Curtis Mayfield, 1972.
I'm your doctor when you need. Want some coke, have some weed.
Curtis Mayfield almost turned down Superfly. He just watched Marvin Gaye pour social commentary into What's Going On the year before. "I was worried," Mayfield admitted, "because I thought Marvin had already covered all the social commentary. But the movie Superfly needed music. A controversial blaxploitation film about a cocaine dealer trying to escape the game. The NAACP condemned it. Community leaders denounced it. And Curtis Mayfield saw an opportunity to tell the truth they weren't showing on screen. While the film glamorized drug dealer Priest as an anti-hero,
I'm your pusherman.
Mayfield's soundtrack did the opposite. Pusherman dissected the manipulation and false promises of dealers. Freddie's Dead
But I gotta be mellow.
mourned a young man destroyed by drugs and replaced by another victim. Every song was a warning, a lament, a documentary of inner-city pain. Mayfield, who grew up in Chicago's notorious Cabrini Green projects, knew this world intimately. He'd seen friends destroyed, families torn apart, dreams murdered by addiction. His haunting falsetto delivered devastating truth over funky grooves
Push.
that made people dance while their hearts broke. The dark genius of Superfly was this. People bought the soundtrack to hear their favorite drug dealer's theme song. Instead, they got a masterclass in how the drug trade destroys everything it touches. The album outgrossed the film itself, and Curtis Mayfield used disco and funk to deliver one of music's most powerful anti-drug messages. Number 6. Let's Stay Together. Al Green, 1971.
Want to spend my life with you.
Let's Stay Together became a wedding song, an anthem for lovers pledging to stick together through good times and bad.
The good or bad, happy or sad. Hey.
Al Green's smooth voice wrapped around promises of eternal devotion. But the man who sang about staying together would face a nightmare that nearly destroyed him.
But you never.
October 18th, 1974. Green returned home late from a recording session with his girlfriend Mary Woodson, another woman.
Want us to do.
Flight attendant Carlotta Williams had dropped by unexpectedly. Woodson seemed calm at first, even friendly toward Williams.
Stay together.
Green went upstairs to shower and brush his teeth. Woodson followed him into the bathroom carrying something he couldn't quite see. When Green looked up at the mirror,
But you, baby, being around you.
he saw her reflection behind him. She held a pot of boiling grits mixed into a thick, scalding paste. In the next second, Green later wrote,
Times are good or bad.
"My world exploded into 1,000 splatters of pure agony. Woodson hurled the boiling grits at his naked back with all her strength. Green's screams filled the house. His skin blistered immediately. Second and third degree burns covered his back, stomach, and arms.
Somebody, why people break up.
Number 5. Living for the City. Stevie Wonder, 1973. Stevie Wonder's Living for the City told a story in 7 minutes and 22 seconds. A young black man from Mississippi moves to New York seeking a better life. Within minutes of arriving, he's tricked into carrying drugs, arrested, and thrown in prison. The spoken word interlude made it feel real. You could hear the street sounds, the false friend, the police, the judge sentencing him to 10 years. But the darkness behind this song went deeper than most listeners knew. Stevie Wonder, blind since shortly after birth, had spent his teenage years touring the segregated South as a Motown artist. He couldn't see the whites-only signs, but he felt every door that stayed closed. Heard every slur, experienced every moment of being treated as less than human. The song was his way of making sighted people see what he'd lived through. The character in the song wasn't fictional. He was every black man who'd been profiled, arrested, and imprisoned for the crime of existing while black. Wonder recorded the track during his most creative period, when he was renegotiating his Motown contract for unprecedented artistic freedom. Berry Gordy wanted safe, commercial hits. Number 4. Inner City Blues. Marvin Gaye, 1971. Makes me wanna holler, throw up both my hands. Marvin Gaye's voice cracked with frustration on Inner City Blues. The final track on his What's Going On album captured the desperation of black urban life in 1971. But this song revealed something darker about Marvin himself. While he sang about inflation, taxation, and unemployment destroying inner cities, Marvin was battling his own demons. Cocaine had become his constant companion. His marriage was in ruins. Depression consumed him. The line, "This ain't living, this ain't living," wasn't just about ghetto poverty. It was Marvin's personal confession, his cry for help wrapped in social commentary. Years later, those close to Marvin revealed he'd been suicidal while recording What's Going On. The album that saved so many people was created by a man who could barely save himself. Marvin's father, a minister, had beaten him throughout his childhood. That violence had taught Marvin he was worthless, unlovable, deserving of pain. On April 1st, 1984, the darkness finally caught up to him. After an argument, Marvin's father shot him twice. Marvin died one day before his 45th birthday. Number 3. Take Me to the River. Al Green, 1974.
Lenny Kravitz. Could Lenny Kravitz come and help me?
Al Green released Take Me to the River months before the Grits incident that would change his life. The song used baptism as a metaphor for cleansing, renewal, rebirth. Dip me in the river, wash my troubles away. But the darkness in this song was prophetic. Green had been walking a dangerous line between his growing Christian faith and his life as a soul sex symbol. He preached on Sundays and seduced women on Saturday nights. The contradiction was tearing him apart. "Take Me to the River" was his plea for salvation.
Sheryl Crow, I want her to come play the organ.
Before he even knew he needed it, the river represented escape from sin, from temptation, from the person he'd become. Green later said the song felt like a message from God, warning him to change his path, when Mary Woodson attacked him that October night. Green interpreted it as his answer. God was literally baptizing him in pain, forcing him to choose between his flesh and his spirit. Number 2, If You Don't Know Me by Now, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, 1972.
You should understand me like I
Teddy Pendergrass poured his soul into If You Don't Know Me by Now, his voice raw with emotion, begging a lover to accept him fully or walk away. The song became an anthem for imperfect love, but the darkness behind this track lived in the tension between Harold Melvin and Teddy Pendergrass.
'Cause we only act like children.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes was Melvin's group. His name came first. He controlled everything, except everyone knew the truth.
Between right and wrong.
Teddy Pendergrass was the star. His voice made women scream. His presence commanded every stage, and Harold Melvin resented every second of it. During recording sessions, the two men barely spoke. Pendergrass would lay down vocals, then leave without acknowledging Melvin.
Like I trust in you. As long as we've been.
The beautiful harmonies on record masked the ugly power struggle behind closed doors. By 1975, Pendergrass had enough. He demanded his name appear equally on billing. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Teddy Pendergrass.
When we argue, fuss and fight, hey.
Number 1, Trouble Man, Marvin Gaye, 1972.
Don't get in my way. I know some places.
1 year after What's Going On, Marvin Gaye scored another film. Trouble Man was a crime drama about a private detective navigating Los Angeles' dangerous underworld. Marvin's instrumental soundtrack was jazzy, cool, and deceptively smooth. But the title track revealed the darkest truth about Marvin Gaye. "I come up hard, baby, but now I'm cool. I didn't make it. Sugar." Playing by the rules. Those lyrics weren't about the movie's fictional detective. They were Marvin's confession. All his life, Marvin had been trouble. For his father, who beat him mercilessly and called him worthless. For Motown, where he constantly fought for artistic control. For himself. As drugs and depression threatened to consume him. The darkness in Trouble Man was Marvin's acceptance of his own nature. He wasn't a saint, wasn't a role model, wasn't the smooth romantic his image suggested. He was troubled, troublesome, and drawn to chaos like a moth to flame. When Marvin sang, "There's only 3 things for sure: taxes, death, and trouble," he was prophesying his own end.
Got myself together, I feel the kind of protection that's all around.